Welcome back to Loaded Potatoes.
With our special guest, Queen Persephone.
Hi, Houston. How's it going? Viewers all over.
We're so excited to have you, by the
I'm
way.
excited to be here. I'm a matcha in, so I'm feeling very just like ready to go and talk about all the
Everything.
things. Yeah.
Everything and anything.
Do you like how spacious this car is for
It's
everything?
huge. I was like, I need this for my drag. Also, the seat has an air condition where my butt is. So, like, summertime drag, I'm like, I need this car.
We need to talk to BMW.
I know, BMW, get on it.
I was like, it is blowing air right into my hoo-ha's.
Support the queens, BMW. Support the queens.
It feels great.
Oh, right? Yeah, no. It's super spacious. That's why when we were like, we have the perfect space, guys, to shoot this podcast.
This is the bidet of cars.
Yay! Awesome. Well, Henry always has the questions, guys. You know, guests, we're excited to have them. I show up. I was telling Michael I'm here for the vibes. Henry has all the hot topics for us.
Okay.
Yeah, so the new hot topic this time around is queer representation, especially in the kitchen, in the industry, and how we all feel about it. I was like, because I know when I was a cook back in New York, like, it was rough. Like, you don't talk about it, you don't say anything about it, you go in, you drink with the boys. I was like, you talk about the girls and everything, and that was just life.
Really? It seems like New York would be very, like, open and just, much more liberated than, I guess, Houston.
Oh, no, you would think, right? I was like, absolutely not, man. I was hazed. I was called a flaming homo. I was lit on fire before.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like they would literally light me on fire and then call me a flaming homo. Like, that's the industry that I grew up in.
Well, that's why we're trying to change it.
If I was in that
It's
kitchen,
rough.
it would have been
like,
all hands. I wouldn't have done any of that.
And it's not acceptable now at all.
Yeah.
In no means. I was like, but back then it was just like, you just don't.
Well, it was always
do
like
anything.
joking, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not a joke, right?
Yeah,
like it's always been, or it always was that like, oh, we're just joking around, and I was just like, yeah, but it's not. It's disrespectful.
I mean, I've had definitely, like, Czech friends a few times where they tried to, like, jokingly, like, my straight friends, like, a slur or something like that. Like, oh, I'm just playing. I'm just like, no, bitch, it's not funny.
Yeah.
And one, it's not bro. It's like, ma'am. It's ma'am.
Get it right.
Yes. So.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely for us. I think, especially like in the kitchen industry, right? Like in the hospitality, it is about being that change and creating the environment to feel comfortable, to express yourself, and to understand that it's not okay to play around or joke around in that manner. It's one thing to be funny and trying to have a good time, but it's another one to be disrespectful to someone. And it has nothing to do with, their sexuality, how they look, how they dress, or how they choose to express themselves. It's just disrespectful, period. And it doesn't have nothing to do.
And like that disrespectfulness is not an issue that you have with me, but your own uncomfortableness with queer people.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It stems from you being uncomfortable with yourself.
The call is coming from inside the house.
Well, that's why, like, I was always the first one there. I was the last one there. And I always made it a point. I was like, you know what? I am better than all of you. I was like, I'm a better cook. I'm a better chef. I was like, I'm a great prep. I was just like, I fucking crushed it on the fucking line. I was like, I run circles around you. I was like, and I always made a point, and I was like, it has nothing to do with who I am or who I sleep with, because I do sleep around a lot, and that's great for me. I was like, but I was like, as an employee, as a chef, as a human being, like, I was just like, I'm just gonna better myself, I was like, and everything I do. And then I was like, and I'm gay. I was like, and what are you gonna do about it?
It's an and then. Like, it has nothing to do with that.
So, I mean, I don't work in a kitchen. I still consider myself working in the industry and in hospitality.
Hospitality, 100%.
I'm very involved, but I guess I want to know from your perspective, from New York to Houston, how can people be better allies, do you think, in the kitchen or just at any restaurant or bar? Like, how is it different here than it was in New York?
I think we met through My Gay Houston, and I think something like that, like, just wasn't present in New York, or like back then, let me say back then, not even in New York, just everywhere.
Yeah.
It was like, and stuff like that, just being seen through different lenses, through your lens and everything, I think it's a beautiful thing. And I think we need more of it, which is also why we're really excited to have you here to talk more about just all sorts of different representation and in this industry.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, so a little bit about myself. I started doing drag 8 years ago. I don't know if y'all knew. So there used to be a restaurant called Hamburger Mary's. There was a location in Houston. And short and sweet, they had a turnabout show. And it's basically for people who've never done drag before. I'm really competitive. So I was like, I'm going to do it. And I told myself, I was like, if I win, I'm going to do this full time. And if I lose, then I could say that I tried it and it didn't work out for me. Well, I won. Here I am now sitting with you guys. And yeah, I mean, that's been the biggest thing I think in my career, or like what I want to do. So when I started early on, I remember there was a lot of people that were like, oh, you really don't perform a lot at like the queer bars, or like you're always like going to all these random places. And I was just like, well, why not? I was like, who says that we need to be confined to one space, one area? I mean, also with everything going on, I mean, it's a story for another day, but like everything that's going on with like politics and Texas, just how red it is. I'm also, aside from being very competitive, I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch, and I have so much queer rage inside of me. Yeah. So I'm like, I want to go out in freaking Katy, Texas at some restaurant or bar and show up looking like this, and people are going to turn heads. But you know what? If I can kind of provide a familiarity of like, yeah, queer people exist, guys. Like, we're everywhere. Yeah. It will inspire others, I think, to feel more like themselves and to go out and just be comfortable.
Absolutely.
I'm not here to out anybody, but like if somebody can see me just be who I am, maybe it would help somebody else. Yeah. And so, I mean, I think that's a big part of like why I do this, is just because, again, I want more representation. Also, I like to think I'm more than just a drag queen. I think I'm a queer personality, and I want to be seen through all different like channels and just like all sorts of different ways. Like we could do it all.
Absolutely.
I'm a businesswoman.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what people say about us. You know, you're just chefs. Like, what are you talking about? And I was like, no. I was just like, we have a platform. I was like, you know, we happen to be on TV. I was like, and we have all these awards behind us and everything. I was like, and we just happen to be queer, and she happens to be an ally and everything. I was like, but those are all just like little bonuses in all our lives. You know, I was like, that adds on to this beautiful, chaotic world that we live on, and there's space for all of us.
Absolutely. And that's something we talk about all the time. There's space for everyone. And also for us, I mean, to me, I feel like it's like somewhat of a duty, right, to use this platform. If there is eyes on us, like, use it to make people feel seen, comfortable, and understand that, like, you're not different. We're all different in our own way. But again, there's space for all of us. And whatever you feel is different about you is what makes you unique. And at the end of the day is what really makes you stand out.
I mean, people need to embrace that individuality. Everyone's so worried about what the person next to you is doing or fitting in with the crowd. And I'm past that. I'm past that. I march to the beat of my own drum. And I always tell everybody, every morning when you wake up, you should be your own biggest fan. You need to do what you need to do for yourself. Not for them, not for others, but for you. What gives you fulfillment? What makes you happy? And for me, it's this.
Yeah, I think that's the number one question I ask everyone. You know, before anything, I'm like, are you happy? Yeah. I'm like, it doesn't matter if you like some days I wake up and I'm a little annoyed. I was like, but overall, like, no, I am happy. Happy with where like life's going, where things are taking me and stuff like that. I was like, today sucks. My toilet overflowed. Shit fucking everywhere. I'm about to get pink eye from cleaning this goddamn toilet.
Oh God!
I was just like, it happens.
It's funny because it happens all the time.
Real. It's so like it's not like anyone sat on my face or anything. Like, it's just like I'm cleaning.
Like, I'm gonna turn this way for the rest of the to avoid conjunctivitis.
Like, just to be careful for me.
Explain that to my eye doctor every time. I'm like, I promise you, I'm just cleaning toilets. It's like nothing else.
Oh God.
But making people uncomfortable, I don't think it's a bad thing. You know what I mean? I was like, it just shows you. I was like, you don't have to like what I do. I was like, but I am going to exist. You know, and nothing about that's going to change.
Yeah, that reminds me of a conversation I had. So there was, maybe it was like over a year ago, but I did a show. And like, I never want to make anyone feel uncomfortable, like any space that I'm in. If you're not into it, you're not into it. I'll still kind of like lightly, maybe like try to see like, you know, will you catch it? If you don't catch it, that's fine. Yeah. So there was this one guy that was at one of my shows, and after the show, I asked him, I was like, hey, what did you think about it? And he was like, I didn't understand it. And I was like, okay. I was like, what didn't you understand about it? He was just like, I don't understand how this is entertaining or what you do. And I was like, okay. And I was like, have you been to a drag show before? He was like, no. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, did you like Mrs. Doubtfire? He was like, yeah, I love that movie. I was like, what about, Big Mama? Did you like that movie? He was like, yeah. And then I was like, this is exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm putting on a wig. I was like, yeah, you're seeing it live. I'm putting a wig on. We're doing a little performance. I'm telling jokes on the microphone. And he was like, it's not the same. And I was like, literally, how is it different?
Well, maybe the
and he couldn't really exactly like find the words. And I was like, okay. And I told him, I was like, I'll tell you what the issue is. The issue is it's that a queer person is doing it. Mm-hmm. But when a straight guy does it, it's all laughs and giggles. But because I'm a queer person doing this, you feel offended. Mm-hmm. I was like, I want you to just think about that.
And just sit down.
Yeah, I was like, literally think about it. I was like, because you're telling me that if Robin Williams came from the dead, dressed as Mrs. Doubtfire, and walked through this door, you wouldn't be like hootering and hollering. You know what I mean? You would be excited.
Absolutely.
And so, I don't know. I was like, it's trying to change his perspective. Funny enough, though, now we're friends on Instagram, and he comes to some of my shows sometimes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
How do you change someone's perspective?
I mean, yeah, and then, maybe they can change someone else's perspective. And so it's the little things matter.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's all small wins, and that's an amazing story because it's maybe not so much that you hear about it as much, because it is like, it's just, and like what you're doing, it's like going out there, putting it out there. So for people to experience and have that connection and understand, again, you don't have to accept it, just enjoy it. It's a show, right? Like, we're just here to have a good time.
I mean, that's always one of my favorite things to do at the beginning of the show. I always ask everybody, I'm like, all right, whose first time is it at a drag show? We get a lot of raise of hands. I'm like, where are my queers at? They make noise. Like, where are my allies at? They make noise. I was like, if you didn't make noise for either one, you got to get the fuck out. Like,
that's the beginning. Step one.
Yeah.
We're going to weed you out real quick. Yeah.
And, most of the time, too, I like to touch base with a lot of people after the show. I'll, like, make my rounds and just thank everybody for coming. And then I always ask a lot of people, like, oh, you mentioned it was your first time. What'd you think about it? And, sometimes it's men, women, they, thems, everyone, couples, singles, people who just got divorced. And they're just like, we had such a fun time. Like, we love the work that you're doing and just thank you for being yourself. Yeah. And so, I don't know, being yourself, it really goes a long way. And
absolutely.
Yeah, just being kind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
just spreading joy, being kind, like spreading your word. Like, that's all we're trying to do. Yeah. All of us, like, in the things that we cook here and the things that we're trying to create here, just an open space for people to enjoy their lives.
Yeah.
Like a doctor friend of ours, actually.
Yeah.
I know. It makes me cry.
Get her on here.
It makes me cry every time I think
we
about it.
We gotta get Lori in here.
So she's a doctor and she's a surgeon and she literally saves lives. Like, literally every day saves lives. And she told us that her job could be really empty, and we're just like, why? Like,
you're saving life.
You're literally saving a child's
life.
Which
in any industry, you're just like, we're not saving someone's life, or we're not killing anyone. Like, that's a joke, right?
We're over here like, oh, I just cook. I was a performer, we're just bartenders, blah, blah, like that. So she said that, she's like, yeah, but we create experience worth saving lives for. People want to stay alive to experience.
And that's exactly what I was going to say, was cooking is an act of love. Also, craft cocktails making, it's also a space where people can come together, they can socialize, and that's also just good for people's mental health, livelihoods, is having that community, and most of the time that community is centered around food.
Mm-hmm. It makes it easier, for sure.
It makes it so much easier. I mean, especially when the food is good. And so, I mean, I don't know. That's another reason why I think I'm a big foodie in that sense, because I've also been surrounded lately with, like, a lot of chef friends like you guys, and then just, I've also learned how to cook during the pandemic, and so...
A lot of people became bakers.
I was not.
I tried so hard, like the sourdough route, and it just didn't happen for me.
I tried making a loaf of bread, and it was the toughest bread I had ever, but I was prideful. I ate the whole thing. Now, it probably had half a stick of butter on it, and it was good. But yeah, no, I mean, even after coming out of the pandemic, my biggest thing is I want to cook for people and just bring joy. So I started recently also doing like a lot of like Sunday dinners again, where I just invite a few people. Yeah, and that's
amazing.
I love that. So community around food, it's a wonderful thing.
It makes it easier.
Yeah, I mean, community in
that.
general, drag shows, restaurants, nightlife, bars, all that stuff. Like, there's a purpose, you know,
Yeah.
and that's why these things are in our realm, you know, in our world right now. And like, people get so much joy out of it. And I was like, and we're not trying to like spread bad things or make your time terrible. On that note,
and I feel like a lot of the places. I feel like a lot of the places here in Houston, at least the places that are doing really well, are very like owner focused. Like they're in-house, they're cooking the food, they're present, they're being part of the team. I feel like those are the kind of restaurants that are finding the most success right now.
Yeah.
Because it's always
community.
easy. You can find some sort of investor or some sort of bank to like open a spot, hire a manager, but it's cold. It doesn't have that warmth. And so I feel like a lot of Houston restaurants right now, we're seeing a lot of success with, you know, here at June, you guys, here Agnes and Sherman, they're doing great down there. And I mean, also, I'm thinking of a bar, not a restaurant, but like Jackie and Bobby with Donna's.
Yeah.
That place, they're heavily involved. Owners, I feel like, that are at least heavily involved in like sharing their love for food and craft cocktail. That's at least what I'm seeing is like doing really well right now.
Yeah, you feel it.
Yeah,
you feel the
and like I genuinely like going because it feels good. It feels warm. It feels personable. I can tell it was, you know, crafted with intention. It's not just like, it's not a numbers game.
Yeah, for sure. We're like, it's like, oh, it's nice. You feel the difference. You feel the warmth, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, some people might still not feel the warmth, but...
Because there's some haters out there.
I know, there's some haters out there. You're not doing something right if you're not getting hated on,
This is very true. I mean, like, people take the time. Like, people truly take the time to, like, hate. And I'm like, wow, we did that for you. Not our intention. But
But we made you feel something.
And so
I mean, yeah, if you don't have any enemies, then you're not doing well.
That's what I'm saying.
So the last part of this whole segment is that we like to review a 1-star review, and it's completely anonymous. You don't know where it is. And we, like, sometimes try to get into the mindset of the reviewer, you know, to see, like, why they would have thought that way. Or
Okay.
like that. Or not.
Or not.
Just bash them.
Or just like, I don't get it.
1-star review. Walked in for the first time and a bartender behind the bar wasn't helpful or accommodating. I was told to sit down and wait to be served. I was ignored for 30 minutes and I had to go back to the bar and get my own drink. Worst service I ever experienced. And then skips over. Then they start talking about how the owner gave me a tour even before ordering a drink. That's customer service. Don't waste your time. And it just ends it like that.
What? That's so confusing.
I know. I don't know. Like,
I feel like I know the name of this establishment.
That's also the other game. You're just like, so who is this?
Well, that's what she tries to do all the time. She's just like,
I'm like, is that us? Is it me? Well, for one, it's like I was told to sit down and wait to be served. That's service, right?
well,
They're like,
we
welcome.
we recently got something similar to that where like they came in, right? And then like, I guess had a little, like, one of our employees were like, oh, hey, like, you can't park your car like that because your car's literally crooked in our parking lot.
Yeah.
You know, there's other patrons here. So they got pissy, they
that's the
left.
worst.
Yeah, and then they came back, and then they still end up ordering something, and then our sous chef in the morning, like, was putting food down. She doesn't smile, like, whatsoever. Like, you can't pay this woman to smile.
But,
And it's fine, you know, like, she makes great food, you know, she loves what she does and everything. She just doesn't want to smile, and it's fine. But they took that as terrible customer service, and they just, and they kept writing about us, you know, like, 1-star review, like, never tried, they threw my food on the
I once
table
got fired
and
from a
blah,
job
blah,
for
blah.
not smiling.
It's wild.
But yeah, carry on.
Yeah, I know. Like, what?
So I actually tell the employees, like, listen, I was like, I don't even need you to smile, and I don't think good service has to come with a smile. And I was like, but you have to be personable, you know, you have to engage in everything. And I was like, but you don't necessarily have to just keep a fake smile because that's not genuine to you. I was like, I want you to give genuine service. You know what I mean? I was like, and sometimes
You don't want it to be an act or like a dance.
sometimes those days doesn't come with a smile.
Yeah.
I was like, but you could give great service. I don't want to smile at people, and that causes wrinkles. Like, goddamn.
It's so ridiculous. But back to the review, then it said that the owner like gave them a tour and that was good service. But I'm like, what does the tour have to do with the service? Or I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand if they were like, and now you have to go over the top for it to be good service.
Yeah.
And that's what I think about a lot of. I think that was the difference about New York dining styles and Houston dining style, where like that Southern hospitality is something that I started to learn about and really try to dissect to make it make sense for us. Because there are certain things where I'm just like, I do say no, because I was like, because we can't offer that, because I know whatever, if I try to offer that to you, like it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, but then they take it as bad service.
It's probably a bar. I imagine that this is probably a bar that didn't have, because I mean, the only thing that was mentioned was a drink. I'm not hearing anything about food.
Yeah.
So there's probably not a host. You probably walk in, just sit at the bar. They probably, I don't know, maybe the bartender was like in the weeds or something. But then if the owner gave them a tour before that started, maybe the owner was also sitting at the bar. And they
probably
just
saw that, like, oh, my bartenders are busy, or like,
let me try to.
Yeah, but like, but also if the owner gave you
True.
a tour, I mean, I've seen some owners, like if their servers or bartenders busy, they'll be like, hey, can you, so.
Listen,
This story has a lot of holes in it.
Not a lot of reviews have a lot of holes in it, but not to shit on certain owners. Like there are owners who just invest and don't know how to work day in day, and then there are owners who actually know how the day-to-day runs. And like I've been in situations where like I see the owner walk in some of my old restaurants I worked in New York, and I'm like, oh my god. Just stay there. I was like, don't talk to anyone. Don't try to see people. Like he sees like an empty seat and he's like, see, I go, I needed that table for a reservation that's gonna come in 15 minutes. Now what's supposed to do for the reservation? They're like, just send out more free food.
Like today's not the day that we play this game.
Yeah.
I just need you to write the checks.
Right. And then sending free food, it's like, well, that doesn't help you either, because that adds up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I was like, your costs. And also with just seating people too, and that's a whole nother thing. It's just like people just see an empty seat and they're like, well, there's a seat right there. It's like, yeah, but there's like the kitchen's gonna get backed up. We don't have a server to them talk to you, so you're gonna sit there for 30 minutes and then you're gonna be angry because we sat you because the server's busy right now, because we're at max where they can give the good service that we want to provide in a timely manner as well. It's not just because there's an empty seat.
That's what we
also,
actually do
here.
We even if you come early and then realize like, oh shit, I just sat like 20 people. I was like, I can seat you now, but your server's not gonna come to you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get your water. I was like, you're gonna think our server's is really slow. I'd rather you just wait at the bar where I know my bartender could handle you, take care of you, have that experience, and then I walk you over. I
mean, yeah, it's all about communication. Just greet the guests, say hello, and handle the business that you got to do. I mean, I would appreciate that. I was like, there's been times that I've gotten a little bit early, and they're like, well, your full party's not here. Like, we'll seat you, but like, no one's gonna. I'm like, I get it. That's fine. I was like, I'll order a drink at the bar, and I'll just sit down.
Sit down, yeah.
It does not need to be that complicated.
No, not at all.
And you don't need to get stressed about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's just like, it's a guest.
That's the story.
It reminds me of just like guests don't know how to be guests. Oh yeah. Quoted from a friend.
So entitled.
But we're just like, at the end of the day, we just want you to have a good time.
and
people forget. And we're definitely not here to make your day shitty. We're like, we want to make it better. We want you to be excited to come in here. But people forget that too. But we understand, like, you have shitty days, you have good days. And also, us in the hospitality is trying to read those cues, right?
Yeah.
You're just like, he's not feeling it.
I mean, I'm also wondering if this customer...
She's like, I'm back to this review.
Where is it? Who is it? I'm going to find out after we're done filming, just for my own. But also, I'm like, maybe also the bartender was ignoring the customer because maybe they were a repeat customer. I know there's like some places, I'm guilty of this when I used to be a bartender. When I would give great service to one particular person, they would always come in, kick it with me, and then at the end of the night, no tip. I'm just like, okay. I was like, next time you come in, you're not getting my smile. You're not getting my hello. I'm going to tell your ass to sit down and wait till I get to you. I will find a task before I get to you. Yeah. I'm petty like that, though. That's why I'm no longer a bartender. So that's why they have great servers and bartenders here. Yeah, you don't got to worry about that for me. And then, like I said, I did mention I got fired for not smiling.
But I mean, it is true. I mean, like, the energy you get back from people, sometimes you just get it right back. You know, it's like, and you try not to in the hospitality industry, but like sometimes it's really toxic. Like you walk in with all that attitude, and then you're just like, oh my god, I just don't want to deal with this right now. I was like, can you just? I was like, hi guys, can you just sit down? I'll be right with you.
And you gotta like check yourself and be like, okay.
But I feel like there's some customers that they know that they're being an asshole, and they're like, I'm going to test this person's patience just because I can.
Oh, we have people.
And they're like, I can get away with it because the customer's always
I'm
right.
the customer.
Yeah.
And I love telling customers, it's not about being right or wrong. I was like, it's about
and if you're that kind of customer, it's 2026, baby. Karma is real. You need to stop acting that way.
We're like, come on.
Yeah, let's just chill and be friends.
Enjoy it.
Right.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, we just come in to just have a good time, you know?
So
we're like, we work so hard on the whole thing, and then it's just like, come in, you're just like, you know, you're like, well, you haven't even given us a shot yet.
So I'm just curious, just for you guys, what are y'all most excited for this year, for 2026?
Oh my God. You know, everybody asks, they're like, 2026, what that mean? I'm just like, I'm trying to survive.
I am trying to put myself in more uncomfortable situations.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. I was like, I'm not a shy human being or anything,
Yeah.
but I am an introvert, like 100% introvert.
Okay.
You know, I could be a hermit in my house and you never hear me for 24 hours, and I tell people to do a wellness check.
I do.
You know, I was like, but just putting myself in more strange, different situations that I didn't think I would put myself into.
Okay, so my next drag show, I'm going to put you on the microphone in front of everybody.
Yeah. You know,
He's like,
I did amateur drag. I was like, I've done amateur drag back in college.
Oh.
There's a really shitty YouTube video.
What was
now
her name?
go look for it.
What was her name?
Lulu Michaels.
Lulu Michaels.
Yeah, Michaels my drag mom.
Ooh.
I was like, I remember seeing the video. I don't remember. I was cute.
Did you still have the beard and everything?
No, I had a mohawk.
A mohawk?
Yeah, a mohawk.
He had hair, guys.
In this little like geisha outfit.
Oh,
cute.
that's hot.
Yeah, I know, it's cute.
All right, so it was on
I watched
you.
this video
You said it's
a long
on
time
you.
ago.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the deep YouTube now before.
So it's very
Start
grainy.
searching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
very grainy. Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
I'm
She
excited.
old.
I'm
I'm
excited
old.
to see that.
I mean, I watched it a long time ago, but I do
Yeah, I mean,
recall.
like, college was like, what?
Oh God, now we're
20
talking
years ago?
about how old we are.
20 years ago.
Yeah, right?
Damn.
I'm 38.
Now Michael chips in.
Yeah, I'm 38.
Now Michael chips
I
in.
started college like
Yeah, he
almost
just turned
20
38.
Almost 20, like 19 years ago.
Barf. You're old.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful thing to age
No,
and
I
lucky
look
to
great.
get old. You do look great.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
have you seen other 38-year-olds?
I graduated high school in 2012.
What are your goals for 2026? What do you have going on?
Oh, what do I have going on this year? Well, I am going to be starting my own cooking and wine segment series in my kitchen. I'm going to be filming in my home
That's
kitchen.
exciting.
Also having special guests.
That's so much fun.
Still doing all the shows, and then I'll be continuing my work with, Visit Houston, My Gay Houston. I also just started working with public content. So,
That's exciting.
yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I get to go to a lot of cool places. I get to meet a lot of cool people, and kind of, I don't know if we talked about this earlier, but networking is just such a big thing in this industry, and
Absolutely.
it's fun. I mean, I came here on a My Gay Houston assignment. I loved the food, and now I've been, now I'm here hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a really great year for more media content, because I mean, it kind of just fell together this past in 2025 because I graduated in May from UH, Media Production and Marketing, and there was a role that needed to be filled at My Gay Houston. Was able to do that, and then everything just sort of just fell in order.
Yeah.
And is kind of just lined up perfectly. And so, I don't know, I'm kind of spiritual like that. I believe things happen for a reason. And I don't
Petitions
know.
and signs.
Yeah, it's going to be a really exciting year of Persephone.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm excited for that.
I'm excited to see it all.
I'm mostly excited, though. I mean, I love everything that I'm doing, but I think something that's going to give me a little more fulfillment is cooking and wine.
Okay.
And especially in my home kitchen where I can, be comfortable, have guests. And so, yeah, I'm really excited
I've
about
seen your
that.
cooking and it looks delicious.
Thank you.
I love home cooking. Just saying. I love eating.
You can come to one of the Sunday
just cook
dinners.
for me.
And in the next couple of Mondays, I'll be having my pop-up here.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I could cook for more than 10 people.
You're like, I'll be here.
Michael did.
Michael?
The little guy.
He did a pop-up.
Oh.
Mr. Photographer extraordinaire.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
He did one dish though.
Ooh.
And not an easy one, mind you. I'll give you very
did you
much
make?
credit. He was making like a Japanese
tomato,
omelet to
egg,
order.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
with
Yeah, no, it was great.
fried chicken.
Yeah. To
Ooh.
order. It was like 75.
73 orders.
73 orders, all to order.
If you
Damn.
want to do it, I was like, people will
doable.
come. Yeah,
got
I think
it.
people would love it.
I'm gonna make
You're
it
like,
I'll make it real easy on me. We're just gonna have a big ass soup pot. A big ass soup pot. Everyone's
Great.
We're gonna wait a really
eating
cold
soup.
day, okay? Yeah, we're just gonna get a cold soup or hot soup.
I make a really
Okay.
good gazpacho.
Okay.
So
I'm like winter, but then again, Houston. I mean,
I
we're
mean,
still like
has it really
80
been winter
degrees
yet?
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't.
I mean, again, that's why I love this seat because it's helping my swamp ass.
Thank you, BMW, for the seat. I was like, thank you, Persephone.
Yeah.
You can check us out on Instagram and all the social media, and then you can follow Persephone on Instagram. What's your handle?
It is Persephone Queen XO. I'm also on TikTok now. All my handles are Persephone
Ooh.
Queen XO. So make sure
need
to
to get on
follow
that.
me
I
there.
need to get on that.
We're like, we need to get
That's my
a generator.
2026 plan and goal.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, have a good day. Mwah.